Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.
Good, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about why Roman Reigns has to beat CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 42. Now, let's start off by saying this, okay? Roman Reigns is a superstar, okay? He is arguably going to go down as the last superstar in WWE history. There is currently no young superstars in the WWE. Anybody that's considered a star or a superstar is no less than 40 years old, right? CM Punk, who's the current World Heavyweight Champion, he is like in his mid-40s, right? Drew McIntyre, he's in his 40s. He's the WWE Undisputed Champion. So Randy Orton is another one who can be considered a superstar. He's in his mid-40s, right? Like, none of these young guys in their 20s or 30s are superstars or even stars because they haven't been booked properly to become stars. They have not got entirely over to where, you know, you can walk down the street and the average person who watches wrestling every once in a while knows who these people are, right? Now, there is a lot of guys that have the potential to be a superstar, like a Braun Breaker, a Trick Williams, right? A Obafemi, right? There is a lot of guys that have the potential, but if they continue to get booked by Triple H, that is just not going to happen. So let's start off with CM Punk, right? Now, let me start off by being positive. I love CM Punk as a wrestler. I think he cuts great promos. But at this point in his career, he is washed up in the ring, okay? CM Punk, he wrestles just as old as he looks, right? It's not like how Randy Orton is still wrestling really good for his age. Rey Mysterio still wrestles really good for his age. But CM Punk looks every bit of damn near 50, okay? The dude is just old, bro. Like, that's why he wrestles with shirts on sometimes, because he has no muscles. His testosterone is low, you know what I'm saying? He's very slow in the ring. He botches a lot, right? You see a lot of botches going on during CM Punk matches. The most recent one was when he faced Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight title. Braun Breaker almost broke his neck wrestling with CM Punk, right? When he had the match with Jey Uso, people tried to blame Jey Uso, but it was really CM Punk's fault. CM Punk, bro, he is washed up when it comes to his in-ring ability. And there's no reason why a guy who's damn near 50 years old that is not wrestling good anymore should be the World Heavyweight Champion, okay? Roman Reigns is still in great tip-top shape. He's not washed up at all in the ring. Roman Reigns, who has leukemia, who's a part-time wrestler, wrestles way better than CM Punk, okay? So CM Punk, he should have lost the title to Braun Breaker, and this is why I say there is no young superstars in the WWE. CM Punk should have lost that title to Braun Breaker, 100%. But that didn't happen, okay? So, number two, when you look at everything that happened when Roman lost that title at WrestleMania 40, right? We were supposed to get Roman Reigns versus The Rock. But because of the Cody crybabies, you know, complaining and we want Cody to finish his story. We want Cody to make his papa proud and finally become the undisputed champion. Triple H listened to y'all. They canceled Roman versus Rock. We got the Cody versus a Roman rematch, and Cody Rhodes ended up beating Roman Reigns. Now you look at everything that transpired. Cody Rhodes' WWE Undisputed title reign was awful. He was cutting the same regurgitated lispy promos week after week, talking about libations and a bunch of BS that nobody cares about and how much he respects everybody, right? And he ends up losing the title to John Cena, who aligns with The Rock and turns heel. After that, Cody Rhodes ends up winning the King of the Ring. Has another title match to get his title back from John Cena at SummerSlam. He takes the title back, and he did absolutely nothing with it, right? He most recently lost the title to Drew McIntyre. So WrestleMania 43 next year is going to be in Saudi Arabia. And the Saudi Arabians they offered Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson the biggest payday in WrestleMania history because they want him to headline WrestleMania 43. So the reason why Roman has to beat CM Punk at WrestleMania 42 in April is because Roman Reigns needs to take that title, and we are going to get Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 43. And you already know Roman is going to cut great promos. You know, The Rock, in my opinion, I think The Rock cuts the greatest promos in WWE history. and they are going to do a phenomenal job selling WrestleMania 43. I think WrestleMania 43 is going to have the potential to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time, okay? Because in my opinion, I think WrestleMania 40 is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I loved it, right? Even though Roman lost the title, you got to remember Roman had that title for almost 4 years. At some point, he had to lose it, right? WrestleMania 40 was really good, but everything that happened after that has been awful, okay? So Roman has to get that title, and we are going to get Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania 43 next year in Saudi Arabia. Now, my final reason why Roman needs to win this title is because they're not doing anything with Roman Reigns, bro. Roman Reigns, for the past almost 2 years, he's been a jobber, okay? He's been getting his ass whooped by the Vision, right? He's been put in multiple meaningless matches. I mean, for God's sakes, he fought Solo Sikoa for a Ulafala necklace. Like, who cares, right? Like, if you're not going to put Roman Reigns in interesting storylines, then he should be champion, because if he's not going to be champion, or if you're not going to use him like the superstar he is, then Roman Reigns might as well just retire early and just become a full-time actor. You know what I'm saying? They haven't done anything of meaning with Roman Reigns for the past 2 years since he lost that title. He feuded with Solo. He feuded with the Vision, right? He teamed up at War Games and he lost. Roman Reigns has been losing a lot of matches lately. And it was about damn time that he won a match that was meaningful, like the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns 100% deserved to win the Royal Rumble this year because, listen, like Roman Reigns said, and Roman Reigns said this out of his mouth, he sat back and he gave the young wrestlers time to get over with the crowd and become stars. And they failed, right? Triple H failed to book them properly. Nobody has really shown up and shown out, right? Like, think about this, guys. Trick Williams, who has only been on the main roster for about 3 months now, he has already gotten more over with the crowd than Braun Breaker, who has been on the main roster for 2 years now. Braun Breaker has been on the main roster for over 2 years now. He's a two-time Intercontinental Champion. He aligned himself with the Vision, Seth Rollins, right? When Trick Williams comes out, the crowd gives a bigger pop to Trick Williams than Braun Breaker. That is sad, bro. Because Braun Breaker, he has the potential to possibly be a star, possibly a superstar, right? The dude is jacked. He's extremely athletic. I think he has the greatest spear in WWE history, but he's not that good at cutting promos. His theme song sucks, right? And he's just not as charismatic and witty on the mic as a Trick Williams. And that's the problem. Now, if you book Trick Williams the same way that you booked Braun Breaker his first 2 years on the main roster, Trick Williams would already be a superstar because Trick Williams is already a star, bro. Trick Williams was in European countries overseas. He was in Saudi Arabia, and the fans were screaming at the top of their lungs, "Whoop that Trick." This is a man that just arrived to SmackDown 2 months ago. That is incredible, bro. That is incredible, right? And Trick Williams can wrestle. He's a good in-ring wrestler. You know what I'm saying? But this is why Roman Reigns needs that title because, you know, you had 2 years to get somebody over and to get a young champion, and you failed to do so, right? Like Logan Paul is another guy, right? Like Logan Paul is another guy that I think could be a top heel champion in the WWE, could become a superstar, but he's just booked as a jobber, bro. He's booked as a lackey, bro. He's just booked as somebody that's just in the mid-card picture, right? Great in-ring wrestler. I think Logan Paul has arguably the greatest finisher in the WWE next to Sol Ruka. And he's just not booked to really look like a star, bro. He already is famous from YouTube and stuff like that. And you bring him over to the WWE and you're not doing anything of meaning with him. So Roman Reigns makes all the sense to win this championship at WrestleMania 42. And listen, the main goal should be this, right? Because Roman Reigns is going to retire soon. Roman Reigns is going to be retiring within the next 2 years, right? Before Roman Reigns retires, what Triple H needs to do is he needs to have a young star like a Braun Breaker, a Obafemi, a Trick Williams, right? He needs to have one of those guys beat Roman Reigns for that title. That's when even the Austin Theory, right? Like Austin Theory is another one who I think has potential to be a top babyface, like a John Cena, right? Listen, if you could have Austin Theory, beat Roman for that title, within the next 2 years before he retires, that's a great way to elevate an Austin Theory to possibly become a star in the WWE. But they've just shown, bro, they're still depending on the oldest wrestlers that's in the company to basically put the company on their back and to keep having fans show up and pay for these PLEs. And Triple H is he's just not doing his job properly, bro. Like, when you look at what Shawn Michaels does with NXT and you look at what Triple H does with Raw and SmackDown, it's night and day, bro. Shawn Michaels, he literally does everything the right way to get the wrestlers to become stars, bro. That's why, if you think about it, right, like, they moved up like 10 different NXT wrestlers at the same time because they're more entertaining than the majority of the people on Raw and SmackDown. But once they get to the main roster, Triple H ruins them, right? Like, look at Stephanie Valkyrie, guys. Like, I think everybody would agree. Stephanie Valkyrie has been extremely boring since she moved up to Raw. She's been so boring, bro. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because Booker T's not the commentator, but I just don't think she's been used properly by Triple H on Raw. And listen, maybe Shawn Michaels should take over Triple H's job. Maybe they should send Triple H to NXT and just let Shawn Michaels run Raw and SmackDown. I think the shows would be way better if that was the case. But with that being said, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video, subscribe, hype the video, click that hype button. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy. Ride the wave.